people learning each and every day. And now we have this chus of learning it actually with real people and not just with my camera. So we continue in Mesilas Yesharim, and so far the main thrust of what he's taught us is the importance of learning Musar and how it's so obvious to us, yet we don't spend the time. And he continues over here, and Mesilas Yesharim says, "Im lo nistakalnu," I can't read this. "V'lo yanu." Okay, we'll just do it this way. "Im lo nistakalnu v'lo yanu magia yira amitis umanafel." If you don't actually think, what is Yira, Hashem, and what are its offshoots? Ich nikna isa. You think you're going to get Yiras Hashem without thinking about it? Ve'ich nimalit. And how are you going to be saved? How are you going to be saved from the world around us that is drawing us in? You know what's going to happen? You're going to gradually be sucked in like quicksand to the world around you, even though we know not to. We know we need Yiras Hashem. But if you don't focus on getting Yiras Hashem, the world around us is slowly going to suck us in. And he continues with what's the next item that we're going to gain through Mesilas Yesharim, through Musar? Ahavas Hashem. Ahava k'moikim. Same thing with loving Hashem. If we don't spend time putting it in our hearts, all the means that lead us to Ahavas Hashem. How do you actually hope to get Ahavas Hashem if you don't spend time putting in your heart how much Hashem loves you? Where is the cleaving to Hashem going to come from? And the enthusiasm in our souls with Hashem and His Torah. How do you think these things are going to happen if we don't actually spend time thinking about it? Unless we actually gaze and think how much Hashem loves us. If you don't spend the time thinking about Ahavas Hashem, you're not going to get Ahavas Hashem. And he says, how are we going to purify our thoughts unless you exert energy to cleanse yourself from all the movement that come naturally? Very similar. He's saying, where's Ahavas Hashem come from? Thinking about it and trying to understand and purify yourself. And finally, number 3, so we had Yiras Hashem, we had Ahavas Hashem, and perhaps what's the greatest, not the greatest, just because it's the most personal, Midos. Your attributes, the way you're going to deal with people, Kulam, Hatzrichos Kolkach Tikana Yeshara, how much do we need to straighten ourselves out and fix our Midos? Mi Yashreim, who's going to straighten you out? To me Atakneim, and who's going to fix you? Imloi Nasim Leiv Alei, unless you're going to put your heart in it, Lo Nedaktik Badavar, and unless you're actually going to be precise in the matter, Diktuk Gadol, Haloi. Im Yanu Aladavar Ian Amiti, if you look into the matter with truth, Hayinu Maitzim, you know you're going to find Isai Alamitai, Umativin Latzmenu, and it's going to make yourself good, Umalamdin Isai Lachirim, and you know what's going to happen? Incredible. He sneaks in a line. If you work on your Midas, and you work on your Musar, you know what's going to happen? Other people are going to slowly get it from you. Amativin Lem Gamkin. And it's obvious. Because if you become a person with Ahavas Hashem, if you become a person with Yiras Hashem, if you become a person that cares about your mitzvahs, slowly it seeps into other people. And now he tells you, you know who spoke about this? None other than the wisest of all man. What does Shlomo HaMelech say? If you seek it like silver, and you look after like hidden things, Oz Tavin, what are you going to understand? Yiras Hashem. And he explains, says the Ramchal, Shlomo HaMelech did not say, and with this we conclude, Oz Tavin, philosophia. You're going to get philosophia. Ostavin Techuna, you're going to get astronomy. Ostavin Rafua, you can get medicine. Ostavin Dinim, you're going to get Dinim. Ostavin Halachis. He didn't say any of that. What are you going to get from looking for it and searching after it? Ela Oz Tavin Yiras Hashem. Harei Lecha, you know, you see, Shalavin Ayira, in order to understand Yiras Hashem, so Levakish, it's like a kesef. You have to look at it like we want our money, like silver, Lechap is like a matmayim, like you're looking for a treasure. Is there anything that's more publicized to us that we need? And all of a sudden we don't have time for the one thing that we need to do. We don't have time for. And he's talking to us, to all the Hachzek people out there. You know what? We answer this. Why don't you say yourself, itim lepachot, a little bit of time, to look into this. Or rather you spend time on all other things, so Baruch Hashem, we could consider ourselves of the minority, that we are listening to the Ramchal, and we're understanding that if we don't work on Ahavas Hashem, we're not going to love God. If we don't work on a Yiras Hashem, we're just going to be sucked down by the world around us. And if we don't work on our midos, what's going to straighten us out? What's going to make us straight? And what's going to allow us to be perfect and pure? But if we do, if we look at it like silver, if we search out after it like a treasure, then as Tavin, what are we going to understand? Yiras Hashem will finally be able to slowly improve ourselves and make ourselves greater and better people.